Tonight, an admission of guilt from the former St. Louis Circuit Attorney. Kim Gardner makes a plea deal with the U.S. Justice Department over more than $5,000 in misused public funds. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. Gardner was sentenced to a pretrial diversion program for a year and a half. This is a case 5 on Your Side has followed closely for years. Our Megan Kernan is live outside the Circuit Attorney's office with details of the deal. Megan.
And Kim Gardner resigned as circuit attorney in May of 2023 after her office was under mounting pressure following contempt of court hearings, staff attorney resignations, and the handling of high-profile cases. Now, this is the first time that Gardner has admitted to the criminal activity after prosecutors say she used the public money to pay for a fine she received 2 years ago.
This was a big deal in St. Louis, and probably the first time a circuit attorney stepped down due to political controversy.
SLU law professor Anders Walker says controversy followed Kim Gardner during her time as the St. Louis Circuit Attorney. Now, Gardner admitted to the DOJ to directing her employees to issue her checks from the Circuit Attorney's contingent fund, totaling over $5,000.
She should have paid that out of pocket. Instead, she used taxpayer dollars in an account that was for other purposes to pay the fine.
Prosecutors say Gardner deposited the funds into her personal bank account and used it to reimburse herself for fees assessed against her personally by the Missouri Supreme Court in 2022. The initial fine was due to her violating ethical rules during the 2018 prosecution of former Governor Eric Greitens.
Kim Gardner charged Eric Greitens with sending an electronic photograph against the will of his hairdresser, who he was having an extramarital affair with. The problem there was no one could find the photograph, and there may never have been a photograph.
As part of the agreement, Gardner will avoid a formal criminal prosecution as long as she pays the city back, doesn't break any laws, and follows the instructions of her pretrial services officer for a period of 18 months.
The U.S. Attorney's Office has been aggressive in prosecuting fraud in the city of St. Louis and the county, and they've put people behind bars, including aldermen. Here, I think Kim Gardner should be happy that it's 18 months of basically probation.
Gardner's attorney, Harvard professor Ronald Sullivan Jr., said his client wanted to spare the court's time and resources by entering into the agreement. He said, quote, while Ms. Gardner was prepared to vigorously defend any allegations that may have been lodged against her, she and the government agreed to end any dispute and terminate any investigation with the pre-charge diversion agreement. Now, we reached out to Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore's office about this, but he had no comment. Live in downtown St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on Your Side.